Hey, g'day. I'm using my Ecamm virtual camera, and all the little beepies are going off to tell me that I'm actually getting the notifications that I'm live on whatever channels I'm on, and it should be Twitch. I'm just going to go to my channel there to check it out, whether I am or not. It's just going to be a little bit of a slow process because I'm pressing buttons, because I feel like it. I'm wanting to just check out how the latest information that I've learnt around Ecamm virtual camera and overlays into that, how that works with stream elements and whether I've got it right or not, I have no idea. But I am actually hoping to have the overlays work and things. We'll see, because I'm just trying it out. I like hitting buttons. There is obviously I'm going to show this one up. I must have a bot or something that I did. Oh, whoops, I don't want to do that. Stupid. Hang on, I've got to escape that one. I don't know how I do. Do I escape it? I don't think I can. I'll see where that goes. I've got a reply. So that one's actually a private one within Twitch. Oh, God. You've got no idea. It's interesting trying to work out how to do some of this stuff. And the only way that you can is by actually going live. That's what I figured. So there may or may not be. Whoops. And that's a private one. Okay. There may. Oh, there may or may not be. Some of these work out how I want them to, because I've got no idea. Hi, Tracy. It is Roz here. You can tell because it's me on the screen. And I'm actually trying to trying to work out some of the buttons. It's not the HAPS buttons, it's some of the linking in and overlays using the Ecamm virtual camera that I'm wanting to try out. And it's very interesting because I have no idea whether it is or not. One of the things, because I've got different scenes in what I'm doing with Ecamm, I didn't want 4, I wanted 6. Hang on, let me go on to number 6 and let me do it this. That's done it. But that's using the wrong camera. Hold on. Bloody FaceTime. It's not what I wanted. I don't want that one. I don't like that one. So the camera here, what I want is it that one? Is that showing up? And I want the picture in picture, which is that one. And I want it this way. And that should be, I'm just looking at the back end. That's the one. I'm in scene 6. Right, now I've got that right. That's how I want that one. And what's the other one? I'm going to number 7. Because what I've got there, you've got you've got my iPad, because I've connected the iPad. Now, I haven't done this before, and that's a program I have. Program? God, that's old hat, isn't it? It's an app that I have on my iPad. If I go like this, you should be able to, see what I've got on my iPad. And I can actually use my iPad here. Look, there's my games folder. Look at all the lovely little games. I don't have many games because I don't tend to use them. And I've got the Bureau of Meteorology. There's so many different things. I hardly use my iPad to its fullest extent. It's what I'm wanting to try out to check whether it's working, that camera. That iPad as a camera, sorry. So I'm trying out different buttons and connections and things. So I've got this how I want it, pretty sure. And this is how I want this one. So this is the, I can't put them anywhere else. I have to leave that there. That is the one that I want to leave there. And I'm quite willing to try it all out on on the screen on the go. So, Tracy, did you want to have a card reading just so I can try that out? Or I know that you're over on Facebook. I've just got it. Oh, I haven't got Facebook open. Hang on a second. Let me see. I need to open Facebook. I've got a fair bit hanging off in the background. Yeah, I do. I'm just going to quit Messenger. Otherwise, it's just the one window that I've got open, but it does have all of what I'm using in the background. So let me have a look. Afternoon. Yeah, I just saw someone saying afternoon. We are in South Australian time, so we are plus 9:30 on the universal timeline thingy. So we're fairly early in the day, as in for those who are in the US and Canada and that timeline. Yeah, it does mean that we're in front of you. So it's actually Monday, Easter Monday here. And I have got, yes, afternoon. Cat West. Oh, okay, Cat, isn't it? It's afternoon, isn't it? Yeah, Monday. That's what my computer's showing up. Nice to see you here, Cat. I had to go to the Facebook page to check it out where you are. So now, Tracy, let me have a look. I'm up to there. And Tracy, yep, you're saying no one uses technology to its full potential. I certainly don't. Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's fun trying it out. And I thought, nah, today I'm going to, and I'll do that. And yes, this one's Kat's reply, the response that she had to my good afternoon. And it is good afternoon. I'm loving it. It's fun in the office, yes. It's a beautiful day outside. I should really be outside, but I'm a lazy sod. Now, you're wanting to have the number 5, yay? Okay. Number 5, I'm going to do that. And I dare say that the cat was accidental. Yes, I'm going to respond on Facebook straight away. The thing with the haps is I can be replying to comments, but it's not actually to back into the Facebook or the Twitch or the Twitter or wherever the source is going, because I'm actually multicasting at the moment to Twitter, my Facebook page, my Facebook profile, and my YouTube channel. Periscope, I think that's gone now, but it does go straight into Twitter, I understand, instead, and Twitch. So I've got those 6 locations that it's going to. Okay. So now, Tracy, I'm going to go to the screen here so that we can see what cards we're actually using, because you said number 5, so we're going to start with number 5. Was there actually a question that you wanted to have as the basis for this little mini reading? Otherwise, I'll just do a general. So if you wanted to quickly do that, I have got a image I'm just wondering about, and I have no idea what these overlays do. I'm turning on 2 of the overlays I've got. One's an alert and one's, I don't know. Actually, I think I've got 2 alerts there. I'm just going to go to 1. I'm clicking buttons here. Yeah, the number 5. What was it? The question. What question is it that you're actually wanting to ask? Is there a question? How's my work going or something like that? What sort of area was mainly what I was thinking about there. So that's fine with the number 5. Where am I? Where am I with these comments? Now, just as a reminder, I'm going to read what HAPS themselves have put up as a guideline for explaining it, because HAPS offers free, world-class broadcasting tools, a community eager to collaborate, and a simple way for viewers to support creators financially, basically. It uses a bit of a reward system. So I'm using that now to those 6 destinations. It is actually an exciting new platform that makes it super easy for me to broadcast to all of the social channels, which is those 6 that I'd mentioned before. And I do see all of your comments in place when all of those have someone commenting. At the moment, the Twitch and the YouTube and the Twitter haven't got anyone commenting in the stream yet. So I can't, I'm in that, but they would show up in the comment stream at my end in the studio. So if you enjoy broadcasts yourself or you're enjoying my broadcasts, I do encourage you to download the HAPS app. It can be used on a mobile device. I've got it on the iPad as well as the Samsung 8. I've got an old Samsung, as well as the iPhone, whatever version that is. It's more recent. But anyway, it'll go on all of those. So download that HAPS app and subscribe using my link name that's up there somewhere. It flashes up every so often. You use that link and you get 100 free coins for joining. And it does mean you're supporting my work as well. So with doing that, though, it enables you to share that with others that you appreciate and they share with you too. So do download the HAPS app. It is that happs.tv/@rosboundy. That's the link. Subscribe to my channel so that you get notified when I go live and in HAPS, so you can hop on whenever you can if it's convenient, and just support my work and I'll be able to support your work if you enjoy doing live streaming. If you do and you feel a bit stuck with this, just give me a hi, because I'm certainly happy to help anyone out doing that. Now, done that, no pressure. Cool. Thanks, Tracy. So you've got the area of work. Thank you for that. Now we'll start here. Whoa, is that coming up? It is now, isn't it? And we've got Sarah coming up now. Sarah, are you on? Whoops. What is happening here? I've got some comments coming through now. And I will have to take it a bit slower because they are starting to come through. And I'm just going to say hi to Sarah because this might be an indication of she's on YouTube with this response. And then there's one from Facebook. I don't think at what you are as viewers seeing is saying that it's Facebook or and a happy Easter to you too, Sarah. And this one, I think it's just showing up exactly the same. So you don't actually get to see which source, as you're seeing the comments pop up in HAPS and the broadcast, you don't get to see where it's sourced from because Sarah is saying, yes, she's on Facebook now. So it started as YouTube and then on Facebook. Thank you for clarifying that. That helps me out too with what the buttons are doing. Now, we are going back to Tracy's question around work starting at card 5. So you can see here we've got the 18 cards. So it's the starting at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 5th card's this one and it's starting at card 5. I feel like I'm miles away from a table at the moment. Actually, I can bring that closer, silly me, and it doesn't affect the broadcast. So at the start, what you've got with work, so what area of work? It looks like it's going to be based on a bit of a bumpy ride. So work's not actually working out very smoothly at the moment. So there is an area that you're needing to actually create a situation like it's smooth sailing. So you probably do need to, I'm going to try and get that to focus. Let's take it slow. Isn't it a beautiful? They're gorgeous cards. I love them. And these are the Curiosi-tea with Karen, tea with Karen. Where did I get to? That's right. With that bumpy ride, some of those things that are little lumpy, bumpy bits in your workspace, you're needing to actually, that's the basis of it. See the camel in the background? And the basis of it is to actually move it forward into clearing those lumps and probably changing it to something that's looking a bit more at what's the emotions behind it, what is the characteristics behind it, the personalities, because it's creating some emotional ups and downs because ships sail on water. Water is the emotional element to do with those things that are more about feelings. So you've got, I think, a few personality clashes needing to be cleared out, needing to be smoothed over to be in the clearer waters. I'm really peeved that this card just doesn't want to show. Oh, I've got one of my little thingies triggering. Now, what was that? Did somebody, I don't know what that was. Did you see that little bit that was in the corner? I obviously, in my overlay, haven't got it in the right place. I'll have to have a looky-see when it's the replay, possibly. So that's the calm waters. So we'll move that to there. We're needing to go to the 3 pink, which is just on this one. As you can see, it's the pink row here. So I'm doing this one, and I've got to stop bumping my table. So once those emotional elements and the personalities, once you've actually gone into those smoother waters and had that cleared, calmed down, what you're going to move into is something that's a new energy around where your work's going, Tracy. So let's see where that goes. So it definitely feels like a smoother path to green. I think my camera's having some trouble focusing because it keeps moving on me. And here it's going back to the camel over there where we started as that base energy. So even though there's the little bit of a rocky road that it started at, what this is just indicating is that completion of moving into that new energy there with the pram. It's meaning that it's the perseverance that's going to get you there. So certainly persevere. Excuse me. I'm going to have to go and get some water. And what a bummer. I decide to actually hit that broadcast button and I end up with a cough. So as you can tell, there it is. It goes back to the 5-3, which is the camel. So that in itself, with those 3 cards, that completes a reading of that chaining of these cards. Now, I'm only going to flick them over. I'm just going to check it, see if this works this time. And it should. Oh, goodness gracious. Hopefully, like the next one, it would be someone who, as far as that sequence of cards goes, the fact I haven't changed them round doesn't make a difference so long as the card started with is not the 5. And even then, it brings up a different story for how I can interpret that, if you get what I mean. So that's what I'm feeling from that, Tracy. So hopefully that one was helpful for you. And I've got here on the Facebook user, let me go and have a look. I'll put it up on screen first because that was the next question. And I'm going to put appreciate for that one because you've asked a question. A card reader response from my son's school with bullying. Now, that, thanks for that, Kat, because when it's actually on the profile, the personal profile page, alive for that, it actually comes up as excuse me, it actually comes up as no name because of the privacy issues. I'm just going to load a photo that I didn't load before, and it is this one that I'll put on screen because I'm definitely going to have to go and get some water. So my apologies for this, but I'm going to need to and rearrange my screen a little bit here so that I can have these things a little bit differently laid out. Whoops, apologies. My screen was a little bit too small. I had to change it up. Okay, and it's still not resizing. That's it. That's weird. Isn't it fun when I go pushing buttons? And I'm going to have to. I'm just going to do this. I'll be right back, okay? I'm just last reading still. I have to get water. Yeah, Russell, how? Whoa. Whoa. Hold on. Apologies for that. I nearly crash landed into the table as I went to sit. And Russell is not a person, that's the dog, and he was trying to get in. So where were we at? Now, Kat, which card did you want to start with? Any number in particular? Or I just do the dice? I think what I'll do for that is the dice. And this was about bullying for your son. Okay, let's see what the cards are saying. So I've got 5, 8, 10 and 4. 5, yeah. 5, it's 13. That was card 13. We'll start with that one, okay? So 6, 12, 13 is this one, okay? And I've just got to go and change which screen I'm on. So it's the horseshoe is sitting on the canes. The cane is about an older gentleman, is about receiving help or, needing assistance, asking for advice. And it does usually represent an older gentleman going by the guidebook. And we're sitting on, see, this is the guidebook that Karen has given with the cards and the system. So you've got good luck in that, though. So it's actually indicating to me that you've probably got good luck. Like, ask for some advice, probably the head person, someone further up in the school around the bullying, and push it. You're going to have good luck with that. That's what it's indicating to me. So that you'll have that. And here's 4 pink. You'll have that where it's going to be the right information, the right process. It's going to cut through the, I'll have to say bullshit, of what's been happening so that you're going to have a result. It'll be that you've got the tip there with that gorgeous glowing light on it. That's going to really make it a pointed thing, standing, really aiming it true so that the issue, the problem itself is going to actually be eased. I wouldn't say it's going to solve, it's going to go a long way to solving it, but the rest of it's going to be needing to be, and here's another 3-card reading, needing to be reinforced by not just the one piece of advice or the once that you ask for help. It's possibly that it's going to need a little bit of interaction that's going to go backwards and forwards, because it comes back down to this blue one here and the good luck card, okay, the horseshoe card. So that's what that one's saying for me, for you, Kat, is to actually certainly address it at that school level with someone who is in that more, and I think I can go like that, and address it more directly with that person in seniority. It might not be a man, but it's certainly an older person, which to me is seniority. So someone that's further up in that realm of authority, to be able to have it really crunched in on and have it honed into that pointedness of what the sword is saying. There is good luck in it if you persist with that now. Okay, now we've got, let me move down on the comments. And Sarah, you'd like to have a family life reading. That's good. Now, this really is the type of question to ask, is make it a bit more pointed if it's about career or if it's about family, or even if there is a specific question around, I can't even think of an example, but it's a weird thing, but shoes came into my mind, and it was more or less along the lines of, do I need some new shoes to go walking with, or what style of shoe? I don't know. It was something along shoes, and I am not a shoe person, I tell you, because at home I'm barefoot all the time. I've got a pair of sandals for summer, and I've got some closed shoes for winter, and a fancy pair for dress up, which is good clothes. I'm not much into clothes. But what we've got here is the family reading for you, Sarah. I'm going to use the dice again. See what we come up with by using the dice. Otherwise, if it feels too much for muchness, I'm going to have to start to use the, I'll shuffle between each reading. And that's 13 again. So that would actually come up with the same, you'd think, because it is the horseshoe on the... Yep, I'm going to have to shuffle them, so I will. Okay? So we'll get that done first. And the way, I don't really have to shuffle them. I'll clear them with it once shuffle. And you can probably see me do that in the corner. See over there under the cards? I like to base the first one there on the heart card. See that one? The bottom card always goes on that. And everything else is just going to go randomly all over the place. And I've got a wonderful profile, don't I? I don't want to look. So here we go. And we straighten them out. And it's actually, the whole system is really quite good because it's so easy on the squares to get it looking presentable and really rather nice for you. Right. So here we go with this. It looks like I've got, no, I don't know whether I've got anyone. I'm only looking at my Facebook profile, not my business page, so I don't know. And here we go. Oh, look, that's, oh, thank you. And, oops, what am I doing here? Sorry. Chantel Smith, hello. I can see you there. I haven't put you up on the screen. Sorry, because it's you know, the little hand thing, it doesn't come into the comment stream all that easily, which is weird. But anyway, that's what it is. And here we go. I'll just go with this because Stephen's actually found that good afternoon, you have to reload, no sound. Oh, well, I haven't had any others saying that I don't have sound. And oh wow, I'm going to put that. Do the responses show up quite quickly on your end as you're watching? Because I'm using the different little emoji things underneath to follow where I'm up to. So it's exactly what was happening. Thank you for the feedbacks, Tracy. That's good. And that picture, oh, look, I love it too. That is why I chose it. I think with those little pics, I think are the Bitmoji. I joined in yonks back, and every so often I'll download more because they change. Different seasons and that, it means they are changing. Well, hello to you, Marianne. It's lovely to see you here as well. And who was I up to? I was up to someone with a reading, wasn't I? Was that you, Sarah? Oopsie. And that was to do with, I'm going to have to go back and have another look. Son's school bullying, that was Cat. We did that one. This is why I put these little responses in there. And yes, Sarah, I am well. Happy Easter. Family life reading, that's Sarah's. Yes, was that it? And I found I needed to actually redo the dice. Now, we did 13, so it's this card here, and it should be different this time. It's still on the basis, oh, hang on, let me swap the screens around. I forgot to do the press a button, click a button, that was. So what we've got, oh, that moved. I must have moved it when I came back in from getting my drink of water. You're still on that needing advice, and this one was for the family life reading. So you are needing to have a bit of a conference. I'm feeling it's with your partner as far as being family. It's not the head of and above you. It's actually conferring with your partner as far as if it's and it is your family. So chat about it so that you can actually get the right advice for yourselves from how you want to parent or connect with other members of your family, because it's not just that you're a parent, you're a sister or brother or whatever within that. And what you're doing is you're climbing, what I'm feeling is climbing above a problem or the issues or the personalities. That seems, that looks interesting, whatever that thing is behind the ladder. It's feeling like it's sorting out. If you have a look even there's a camera up there in that corner. I should get there it is. So there's a camera even there as we try to get it in, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's a camera on a tripod and so it's climbing the ladder and standing in the limelight. It's putting yourself forward as being your authority, you're leading in your family and being that key person. If only this would let me just go like that. You're just going to have to put up with it coming back slowly. And this was the other thing that I noticed as well. It almost looks like a wardrobe, like you're coming out, the magician's wardrobe thing. And it probably could mean that with that advice, you're going to come up with some form of magic for yourself. This is the blue row, so we're going to number 3 along here. And there's the ladder. That confirms we're on the right card. And here we've got the ship sailing on the waters. So there's going to be some issues too, and I feel it probably is. Oh, look at that, some skullduggery. I'm seeing the skull on the flag there. So there you go. So you're going to need to work through and calm someone who is being a little bit of a imp, I feel, and creating a little bit of skullduggery in the family, and you're moving into that calming waters and creating what is needing to be the right direction that you're wanting it to move to as far as a family situation goes, right? 3 pinks up here. So grab that tiller yourself and move it to the direction that you want it to. And it'll actually bring that feeling of being at home, creating your home with your family in the way that you want it to, so that it feels hospitable, so that it feels like it is your home, that it's not something that, it's irritating to you or anything, that you're creating it in the way that you want it and having that sense of peace within there as well. And a cup of tea, of course, because these are Curiosi-tea cards. They are tea cards. 5 greens, this one over here. And what we're moving to here, we've got the camel. And, even though it's over the waters, it's going to be smoothing it through into what is the more physical. So you're probably going to have to put some stores in stock so that you've got that resource for later that's a bit more on the physical level. Maybe it is just stocking up on some tea for those moments where you're needing to listen to others or have them listen to you over a cuppa, and have that moving forward so that there is communication to get over those rough bits. 5 pink is the one just directly above. And in that, you're actually going to move it into what is more than just the physical directly on the ground, but into that more cosmic. Follow your stars, take some guidance from what, if you're into astrology, that's your stars. If you love going outside at night to see the stars and feel the immensity of what is around us and the wondering about, wow, how beautiful is this earth? It really is all of that connection. And here we've got something that's to do with communication. It's an old-fashioned phone. So connect with that is further out, further away from you, that you're actually, and I'll take this as the spirit guides that you might have. Do connect in with those and reach for the stars. It is going to be possible for you to do that. 2 blue down here. So think of your family in the expanse of what you can create in it. And here we've got the communication again. Have a look at that. There's the old-fashioned phone again. I'm going to have to look up what that meaning is in this deck of cards. I haven't it is a system. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'll have to read the guidebook, won't I? It's not focusing. So put your heart into it. Do all of this through that central feeling from the heart, because it is from love. That's what family is about, and the connection. We want to have love in our lives. So we've got situation now, as your story's moving onwards, that you're actually going to be able to celebrate. And here we've got the goblets. And it's party time, celebration, success in its way, because you don't really drink from the goblets unless it's success, I suppose. Put it from that, because it's certainly on the heart as that basis. So I think you're achieving what is your intention from the heart. Okay, you're 5 blue. Whoops, blue's this one. So that's why it wasn't covered. In that respect, you are going to build up the family, strengthen it, and it's going to become your tower of strength. Okay, and a beautiful castle in that respect as well. That movie, Your Castle, Home is Your Castle? I love it. It's an old one, but it's a goodie. In that itself too, you're going to find your balance. Even with that bumpy road with the camel, it's still going to even out and find the balance, especially because you've got the ship in your reading as well. And so here we go to the 6 greens, this one, and the scales are going to weigh out. Oh, wow, you've got the magic of the spider. Spider's indicating an older woman, whether that's you or someone else. Here we go with the spider creating its web, and the web itself is, it's a bit of a deception to bring in the food that stick on it so the spiders can eat, but it's also a magic thing when you see the beauty in how it's woven, the art and craft and the skill in all of that's there. So you certainly are able to demonstrate and use what is your skills and the beautiful way that it's being shown. Why did my camera go out of focus so totally? Come on. These are webcams. Okay. They've actually served very well, but I have had them for a few years now. So as we're moving into that, from that magic that's being woven, it's actually opening up more doors. So there's going to be more welcoming and, having others in your family feeling more welcome in your home, so that with your intention of creating that base of love and insight. See, there's another one that's got the lights there. So there must be some symbolism in that. We're moving down to the 4 blue. So unlock those doors and have, there's the cycle completed, and have all of that you've learnt through the advice and chatting with your partner and finding solutions and creating what you need to be for your home base, for your family, and having that growing, into what is your tower of strength that's right next to it. So we come back from there back to the 1 blue. So that had a nice selection of cards there for you in that reading. That was Sarah's, wasn't it? So thank you for actually asking for the reading. It does make it a long one when there's a lot of cards, but it's something that's needed if that's what the cards are showing you. So, and whoa, I've got a few there. Got a few there, comments that is, and I'm just going to pop a couple of them up on the screen. So you're wishing a happy Easter as well, Sarah, so thank you for that. And Marianne, I'm not sure whether I appreciate you being here too. It's interesting, and you'd love a card. Now, I'm not sure if you've put anything there. Now, it was 15 minutes ago someone had waved the hand. Yeah, that was Chantel. So that was all right. I'd already mentioned that. So that's interesting, Marianne. So you had to reload as well. Okay, I'm going to just switch this around. You'll see my profile. Actually, I will switch the cards around so you can see the mat and how I actually do the shuffling. I'm just going to pick up those ones because I will put them back down in random order again. It isn't actually as hard. Now, I did change the undercloth this morning because I had it sitting on the plain table was too slippery. And I can't pick the cards up very easily. I haven't got very long fingernails. So first one from the bottom goes, this is only where I put it. And then everything else just goes randomly all over the place until I've got all 18 cards placed on the mat. So that's how I do it, and until others can see and learn how I'm using this. Now, Karen herself probably teaches it better on her YouTube videos because she has got a YouTube channel. That is where I saw it. I actually saw her YouTube video from, it's a couple of years ago, that was about these tea cards. I want to do some tea leaf reading, which I will be at some point soon. There we go. Who's that Facebook user? Thank you, been a long row. Yeah, that was cats. So thank you. And we'll put that on the screen. So thank you for your feedback there, Kat. And the one thing that I have found with hats is sometimes the response time, the lag can be fairly long. So, yeah, Marianne, rather than put that on out of order of what I'm going through in the stream, if you actually come into the hats, you'd see exactly the stream that I'm seeing in the chat, and you can respond a lot quicker there in the hats app itself. And that is I'm just waiting for it to come up on the screen there. So subscribe to Ros for more. It's hats.tv/@RosBoundy. If you sign into hats using that link, then you can just join in to watch, you subscribe to me in the Hats app and you'll get the notifications when you click on get notified. And then you see when I'm doing the lives, because I'm not announcing or scheduling them on Facebook or YouTube. I'm just doing them ad hoc in Hats when I do them like this on it's a holiday Monday. So, yeah, that's why. Now, Marianne, you've got it here as in you would like to have the reading on house moving and settled. So please, on house moving and settled. So I'm assuming that is one that I'm going to pick. I'm just seeing whether you've chosen a number between 1 and 18. Saves me doing the dice, or I'll just do the dice for that one for you, Marianne. And I can see those, yes, some feedback. So thank you. I'll just do the dice there, Marianne, because it probably is faster than waiting for the details in the stream because of that lag. So what we've got is 10, 13. Wow, that's the third time we've had 13 as the card. So 12, 13, it's this one here. So in respect of, house moving and settled, right? House moving and settled. So there is the help that's arriving. Oh, I've just got to go back to this screen, sorry. There is because I can see it better on the virtual camera here, and see whether it's focused. So there is that advice and help that's coming from the cane being there as the base card. There's a little bit of a rocky road, humpy lumpy type stuff happening in respect of the house. Now, I would say that the question being that you're wanting house moving and settled, I'm feeling that, yes, you're going to be able to sign the contracts, but there could be some delays in it. And that could be purely because of, and I'm feeling it's to do with authenticating documents or something like that. It's not a problem with, are you purchasing? I'm feeling that you're actually purchasing. So there might be some issues with that. Just having the times or signatures done by, witnessing and that type of thing. So we're going to go up to the 5 pink here, and that's the canes. Well, there you go. That's 2 card reading. Wow. So it goes straight back to that issue. I think what you're needing to do is actually have, see how it really is just that. So you've got the 2 cards. What you're needing with that, I'm just trying to tap into the energies around you. And I'm feeling what you're needing to do with that, it is about the I's dotted and the T's crossed and making sure that you've got the supporting documents, I think, is what's happening there. So whether it's that you've got to have your latest tax lodgements for finance approval or something like that, it does, for me, the first instinct is, yes, it's all going to happen as you intend, that you're wanting to purchase house or sell one, move and settle on the next one. It feels like that is going to happen, but that process is going to have a few bumps in it. Do trust in yourself. Just get those things in the right order. The I's crossed, dotted, T's crossed, and make sure everything is tickety-boo with that legal side of it, so that it is, the moving will happen as you'd like to move. Feeling it is to the place, the town location that you're wanting, and settled, the question mark. It's up to you, the perspective that you want in how you settle, whether you're going to, whether it continues to be something that gives you those lumpy bumpies, or, like the camel. I think you're needing to tap into the resources that, camels with what they need for a longer extended period of time. It's just going to take a bit longer for you, but you've already taken on board the resources you need to keep the process moving forward. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with it. So I'm just going to swap a couple of these cards around like that, so that we've got just a bit of difference, instead of me having to pick up the whole lot again. Okay, so that's done that. Right, the next one that we're going to have, right, Matters of the Heart. Now, I've got to look up that one, Facebook comment again. Now, this one might be on the Rosboundy page, and this is where it gets a bit confusing, because the comments have stopped on the, but then it should show up your name, I would have thought. Let me just have a look, because Facebook sometimes changes its things to show up. Yeah, it's not showing the names from the Facebook page. Now, that's interesting, because that's a public page. It should be showing it. Well, that's something new. Okay, so it doesn't, seems to be Facebook is all Facebook and not showing me the usernames. So unfortunately, I don't know who's talking, who's doing the comments. That's why it makes good sense to come over to the HAPS app. And it's very easy and it's free, no problems. Here we go. I think you can, I don't. So I'm putting that one on screen, and that's Matters of the Heart. The other thing I can't do whilst doing this live stream, I'm not able to scroll through the comments on my Facebook page. It doesn't give me that option. It just won't do it. So if you want to put your name after your comment, so I know who's in talking in the chat, okay? That'd be lovely. So Matters of the Heart. Do I need to pick a card? I'm not sure. I think I've already done yours too, Sarah. I'll remember that because you're further up. And it does take a bit of time to do that. Me, is that family reading? Yeah, I've done yours, Sarah. So I'll just leave those. And you don't have a partner. You're living with your mum and her partner. He has cancer. Yeah, well, it was to do with whatever your family situation is in. What? Oh, whoops! I'm just going to do. Whoops! Oh, well, it's got the like on it. I don't like it that your mum's partner's got cancer. I've had my own experience with that, and it's not a nice experience. Blessings and healings to him, Sarah. Just know that that's going out. Okay. And it certainly is stand in your power. Yes. I like that comment. That's wonderful. We do all need to be standing in our power. And, it's called assertiveness. It's not being bullied ourselves too. It's not just your son. No, hang on. Yours was family. It was cats. It was son, wasn't it? Yeah. I haven't got time to go back all through that. But anyway. And a lot of that care has been put back onto you. Yeah, look, the choices that we make are for their reasons. And I did care for my mum in her last year. And not that she actually had cancer, but as an aging, mum was aged. She was 80, I can't remember now, 80 something. 8, something close to that. Anyway, it does take a lot of energy. So I do understand, and love goes out to you in that caring mode. It's not easy. It isn't. But we do it from a base of love. So, yeah. So there we go. Thank you. The message resonates a lot. Great. Thank you. in some ways, I'm very happy that I don't read these comments before I'm actually doing all of these comments before I'm actually into the reading, because as I've got my head this way, I'm actually not seeing what the comments are in the chat. I had thought about putting the camera there, but I still can't see the chat stream anyway until I lift my head and actually read them and look. And communication, yes. That's exactly right. Communication is an issue in a lot of families. Absolutely. Now, so Marianne, you've got focused there. Right. And I've got, let me have a look. I'm just trying to think, how do I actually put Karen's details on the screen? I can't. I'll have to find your comment in Facebook. I'll put it here and it, oh, look, I probably can. Hang on, there is a thing here that I can actually send out a message. I'll type it because it's here somewhere. I think it's Etsy. Yeah. Look, if I just do it this way and go and give you the Etsy or her YouTube, actually, it might be easier to do her YouTube. Excuse me. I'll just have a quick look. It's the bonus of having all of this ready to go, because it's not just the cards that that Karen does, and it was really only through accidentally coming across her it's all this whoopses. How do you get to their actual channel? I'll just go to her home tab on her channel, and this is what I'm copying. So this is the copy. I'll put it in here for those of you who would like to look that up rather than the Etsy. I'm pretty sure that she actually does have, please wait for link to load. I'm pretty sure that she does have in her about section, when you look at a video, I'm sure she's got her Etsy there. Look, if she hasn't, send me a message, because I'm happy to share her info, because I think the system that she's got there is absolutely wonderful. Is the link loaded? Let me see if that's sending again. I don't know whether HAPS has a thing about putting links in for YouTubes and the rest. I don't know. But I figure you should be able to, because I'm sending to YouTube. Aren't I? Yeah. Okay. So that is, I think, there. And thank you, Marianne, for that feedback. Spot on. Rolls can relate. Thank you. Oh, that's wonderful. Blessings to you as well. So that's good. Good. Now, I'm actually going to, for those, I'm going to actually copy into, how do I copy that? I think I've actually put the HAPS app link of mine. I'll do that on under the videos that we're seeing of what I've just done today with this stream, so that you can go and have a look at HAPS yourself. Take advantage of the free 100 coins just to share it with others. It's more beneficial really to support someone if they have a buy me a coffee, for instance, and those links. There's the smallest of fees for those. Admittedly, here in HAPS, the awards and rewards are less value, but it's supporting what is going to grow into a really good, and here's me looking from a very tiny weeny little thing there. It's going to give good value in supporting the HAPS app owners, people who are running it, because it does cost to do this sort of a free streaming platform, and it's without advertising. So you need to be aware that what you're putting out is the coins, and if you're buying more coins on the mobile apps, it's available that way. to help support others, we don't get the full amount that you see as what you're paying. It's what we're getting. And there's a proportion that goes to the HAPS app and then the portion that we get as the broadcasters. But it's just a great way to say thank you and appreciate people putting on live streams like this anyway. And there's so many different categories and a variety of people to actually watch. I suppose it's very similar to any other live streaming channel. You just type in what you're wanting to search for, and it's good fun. I like the way it interacts, like I've done. The more that you actually practice in doing the actual broadcasting, the easier it does get. And it's especially the fact that there's so much of the features in the higher paid platforms that is here available for free. And I love that factor that there is that opportunity to learn, practice your craft, get really good at it. And I don't know how long this will be in beta for. That's why get in early while you're on the ground floor to learn something that is free. So I think I've got everyone's reading that wanted one. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate that. And as I'm looking at some of the details in the background, I'm seeing that, and I think going by what's in the background, there's 34 people watching this. And as you can see, someone a bit reluctant to chat or put in a question or anything, and that's fine. It's as we become more used to using a particular platform that you start to pull your head out of the sand and you contribute, or you come out from behind the cupboard and actually share what you're wanting to share and having conversations. I mean, if any of you were actually on the HAPs, I could invite you onto the screen with me and we can have conversation that's more as a interview mode, if you like. So it's all good fun, and having that tryout of what is, pressing the buttons. It's good fun. So thank you for being here. I'm going to leave it at that. It's been nearly the hour. It just seems that I have enough here of people bringing their questions that it's an hour, and that's a good space of time to actually spend when you're learning something, isn't it? It's funny because there's so many that have, I've seen broadcasts that have gone for 2.5, 3, 4 hours. I think, wow, I don't have that time. I might pop in again a bit later. It all depends whether I've learned a bit more about what I can create as overlays to press even more buttons. So thank you for being here. Look for the HAPS link that I'll be putting in the comments in my Facebook page and on the Twitter and wherever else it goes on, as far as connected with this replay so that it's relevant. Okay. So thank you very much for being here, and we'll see you next time I'm on live. Oopsie, I missed a comment. That didn't end the broadcast. Where is it? Where is it? I think I was supposed to stay on just for you there, Richard. The broadcast didn't end when I wanted it to. I was going to say bye. But long time online friend, thank you, Richard, for popping in. And I'm about to head off. Unless, of course, you want to come up on screen with me to say hello, because you're here from within HAPS, aren't you? Great. Thank you. And I think I might just leave it there. You want to come in? Yeah? Let's have a look. See if you can make it up. Yeah? Cool. And I've got the okay there. What I'm just going to do, though, I'll take out that, clears the screen, and see if we can get Richard up. Sometimes those connections don't go through well, and that's HAPS is still in beta. So it may or may not have sent the invite. Did it, Richard? I'm not having it show up. Hold on. Let me do it a different way. Oh, yeah, it's there. So I've got it there. Do you know where to look for it, Richard? Are you on a mobile or on a desktop? it's not coming through. No. Yes. Good. Oh, fantastic.
See,
Now,
I am
I'll put you in there with me. Hi, Richard. How are you?
good. And yourself? How are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, look, it's a beautiful day here. It must be very late at night there because you're in the US, aren't you, somewhere?
It's 10:30 at night.
10:30. I would have expected it to be a little later. So you're in what you've got in your profile is Monrovia, California.
Right.
So
That's Pacific time.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, we're in what I'm in is the Central Australian Central Standard Time now because our daylight saving finished. Yay! Yesterday we went back to normal standard time, so that was good.
You
So
wouldn't believe that this little light here is the only thing that's lighting me up.
yeah, oh look, I'll just say hello and I'll finish off in a minute. But have you had a good Easter?
Yeah, it's good.
Yep, yep.
I didn't
And
really do much, but
your weather's moving into your spring now, isn't it?
yeah, it was like for the last week, it was like in the 90s. Well, 80 to 90. And then this next 10 days is going to be in the 70s.
Well, I reckon our temperatures might be around about the same ish because you're, we do it in Celsius, so it's about 20, 22, 23 at the moment here. Last couple of days over Easter, it did get up to the 34 here, which is close to the 90s to 100s Fahrenheit. So, yeah, we're experiencing similar. You're moving into spring and we're in autumn. So, yeah.
And my daughter was in Australia uh, probably, I'll say 8 or 10 years ago, something like that.
What area was she living in? Did she live here or visit?
No, she was visiting. She lives here with me, but
Yeah,
um, she was in Wollongong. She saw the Great Barrier Reef. She was
yeah.
in Sydney. She was in, I don't know, some other ones. I can't think of the names of them.
Mostly the East Coast. Did she come into the central areas at all, like Alice Springs, Northern Territory,
I don't know.
Adelaide?
I'd have to ask.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's lovely. Well, she managed to do that before any sort of pandemic. How's it going over there with that?
It goes up and down, especially here in California. It's the worst state of all of them.
Oh, I hadn't heard that. We don't get as much US news, I suppose, as what you'd expect. But I mean, I suppose really that's probably normal. Most countries tend to concentrate on their own news, don't they? So
Well, the
yeah,
thing here is that people here just will refuse to wear masks and also social distance. They don't care about that.
yeah,
So lots of people are here. So they plus then the president goes and lets all these immigrants come in,
yeah.
and half of them have the virus. So you're really stuck.
It's a difficult one to manage. Look, honestly, I would say that Australia was fairly lucky in the fact that we are a big island, and it did create a situation for us to be able to manage it, I suppose, with a lot more well, ease. I wouldn't say ease, but with a lot more of the results that we've got of less numbers than anywhere that I've seen put in, as far as the stats go. But
Yeah.
look, hopefully soon, Richard, it will all, be dealt with. That we'll be able to have it being like just a common cold rather than the dangerous virus it is. So,
Uh,
yeah, hard
that would
time.
that would be nice, except for the people here don't do that. They everything they say to do, people here don't do it. So you're
Yeah,
stuck.
hard
It's
time.
just gonna
Hard time.
it'll happen. It'll take longer, but
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah. Well, there'll be an immunisation. What's that called? Yeah, it is. It's immunising.
Right.
There'll be one of the jabs that'll work well. Yeah. Okay. Hey, thanks for popping in with me.
Oh,
It's
no problem.
nice to be able to chat in a like an interview type thing. I like the other thing too that with these, you can swap around in the picture in picture type thing with the hats. See how I've got
Yeah,
you as the small one, and then now
yeah.
you're going to be the big one, and that
I'm
type.
in the picture in picture one now.
Yeah, yeah. I do like that factor of this method of doing the
I,
hats and
I,
swapping around positions and that easily. It's good.
I'll tell you what I like about HAPS is the fact that everybody can make money, whether it's a lot or it's immaterial, but everybody can make
Exactly.
money.
Yeah, yeah. It is. I like that too. And I actually manage. Hey, you know how the other day you mentioned that you couldn't buy the coins?
Right.
When I was on the desktop, I couldn't either. It just wouldn't go through. It wanted me to save a credit card with a postcode, and it just wouldn't accept it. Well, I managed to do it through my mobile phone. And now I can't remember how though, but it worked on the mobile phone. So if you've got a mobile phone and got the Hats app on that, it might be where you can actually do it too.
I have it, but I don't. I have a hard time using the phone because I don't understand how to get around in it. But
Oh, I
but
don't use it much at
on
all.
on mine it was I was on a desktop and it wanted me to put in an address. So I put in the address, which I don't think is necessary to do because the credit card's going to pay for it, not the address. But
Yeah.
I put the address in like 3 times, and it just would freeze right there. You're supposed to press a done button, but when you do, it doesn't do anything.
Yep. Can you see the back end of mine here? This
Yeah,
is the iPad. I found out the way to share my iPad. And I'm so happy about that. So I'm going into here's my hats there. So I'm actually going to be able to show the hats. And as I was doing it, whether it was here, oh, you're going to only be able to see what's the stream, or can you? So with the get coins up the top and those
yeah.
specials, what I'd done was hit one of those and it did go through. See, I've got my iPad is connected. You can see that it's connected straight to a Google Pay thing I set up. So on the iPad, I can do that. So that's how I've got around it, was
I
using the
got,
iPad.
I've got a meeting tomorrow with Pablo about
Oh yeah,
at 10:30. He's gonna because he wants me to show him what I did, and I've explained it to him probably 7 times, and I don't know how he can't understand it, but I'll show him if he wants.
yeah. I mean, it's a way he might be able to guide you through how to do that
Well,
himself.
there's no way you can get past that. It's something in the system.
Yeah, but at least if they can see what you're doing and
Yeah,
how it's not doing it, they might be able to fix it. So that'd be a yay, because I prefer to do everything on the desktop too.
and
So
I'm going to also tell him that I want to buy the coins, but I don't want to pay the current cost of them. I want to pay for the old one if I can. If I can't, then oh well. But
well, I did
I lose half the
that.
coins.
I spent the $20 on it, and in
That's what
Australian
I was
dollars,
going to do.
yeah, in Australian dollars that worked out to 30. So that was the exchange rate, and I was a bit peeved at that, but hey, that's what it is. So I
And
was
for
happy
me,
to do that because I want to support others as well. So
I would have got 10,000. No, what did it? 19,900 and some odd coins
yeah,
for
yeah,
for $20. That's what I was going to get, but
yeah. Mine went
it wouldn't
down a
take the
bit.
address, so I was stuck.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what that was. I'll have a look at it later anyway. So anyway, thanks Richard for popping in. I'll leave it at that. I better go out and be sociable with my partner then.
All righty.
I've been over an hour on this now. I don't like to spend much more than hour stints at this point in time with learning it. So thank you for it.
Oh, my pleasure.
I don't know
Anytime.
how do you just take yourself out, or is there something I'm meant to press?
Um, let's see. Well, I can't press that. That doesn't work.
I've just taken you out of my screen, but I don't know how to take you out of the broadcast studio. Uninvite?
Um,
Is that how I do that?
Let me find. Oh, there down at the bottom. Do you see where it says mic and camera and present and
Yes.
whatnot?
Yeah, yeah.
All the way at the
I've
end is
used this
exit.
exit. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, and we'll see you next time.
All righty. Have a good one.
Bye. Thank you. And to everyone else who may still be here, thank you very much for being here still. And certainly you can see how easy it is to actually be a part of a broadcast by just accepting an invite to pop in when you're on HAPS itself. It is easy to join up to HAPS. It is free, and you can share and help others by contributing coin that you earn. When you broadcast, you're actually earning some of those coins as well. Signing in every day, you get 50 coins. Broadcasting at least once a week, you get 500 coins. It's a way of earning and being rewarded. It's lovely. It's a nice way to do it. So, thank you, everyone. And I shall now end the broadcast and exit and see you next time that we're on. Bye.
Bye bye.